scenarios is this. My whole being here, I'm just gonna come in, I'm sleep, I'm leaving money on the dresser, and I'm gone. I come and go as I please. That's a roommate situation. Okay, when there's no care, no concern, you don't have any similar goals, you don't have the same direction, not going the same direction in life. Okay, you should be working together to conquer every single situation that comes in your marriage. You should be working together. If the adversary comes, y'all will whoop his butt together. If trouble comes, you go through it together. Okay, if sickness comes, you're gonna go through it holding hands. Okay, if one crying, both of you crying. If one happy, both of you happy. If one win the lottery, both of you don't win the lottery.
That's right. That's right.
That's right.
I got a blank stare from Samson. Well, who bought the ticket, Pastor? Well, who gave the numbers? We gotta work this thing out. That's a lot. That's a lot of things to talk about right there, ain't it? Now that was your grandma's birthday, but it was my birthday right here. That we got to wait a minute.
You got the lawyer on speed.
Wouldn't that be sad though? Look at this scenario. If you and your wife became multi-millionaires, she had a check and you had a check. We can go deep right now for a minute. Would you still want to spend the rest of your life together?
Yes. Absolutely.
Absolutely. I put it like this. I can't think of going any lavish place or awesome destination without enjoying it with her.
That's right.
There's not anybody else I want to enjoy and talk to about the Grand Canyon or Patty. You know what I'm saying? Or going to the moon. If I go to the moon, I'm like, baby, you see the moon? You see the moon? Come here, let me show you. There's no other name I would want to call out. Say, look at this. When I said want to get excited and want somebody to look at this, there's no other person that I'm calling.
That's it.
Understand?
That's it.
Understand? That's how it should be. That's how it should be. That's companionship. That's true companionship. I know some of y'all thinking ahead. I gotta think about this thing. but that makes a big. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Yes.
It's funny you say that because we talk about that all the time. Right? We get people lottery and meetings, and the first thing we talk about, we want to accept who all we would get to, who all we would take care of. Not what we would go out and buy. The first thing we came up tonight, who all we would take care of, and how we would give money to certain one pastor to take it.
What you say? God bless you. They don't want me to go to abundant life. Yeah, whatever you give, my check don't change. I don't know why people think that. You always trying, you get all your money to the church, that preacher getting all your money. I'm like, man, I'm doing my thing wrong. The preacher getting all the money, I cut a raw deal. Whatever given to this church, my check on Sunday it's gonna be the same amount. Whether you get 20 or 200 million, guess what? That Sunday it could be the same deposit over there at Regents. How you doing, Mr. Tom? Yeah, how you doing? She ain't gonna be shocked. Like, so get that out your head. But the thought never came of doing it without each other. Right. Oh, that's awesome. Awesome. Y'all ain't been married long. Y'all had to think about that thing, didn't you? No, just messing with you. We want to do it together. Do it together. How do you, how much time I got?
It's 8:05 now.
Okay, we usually,
8:15.
okay, all right. How do you avoid? Is it possible where you started off as teammates, but something happened, and now I feel like, but there can be some bumps in the road and situations and circumstances. Somebody lose sight of the vision,
It can happen.
or somebody look at another vision.
It can happen.
Okay, that kind of stuff happens. Where something can be devastating. There could be. I heard some on the television the other day, right before this couple was about to get married. Somehow he had a car accident, lost both his legs, right before they was about to get married. Boy, that's a game changer. That's a game changer. And then all the medications and all the stuff he had to take, it also brought down other things. And they were like a month or so from now. Wow. Talk about a game change. So it can happen. It can happen. And sometimes, you know, you can go through a bump in the road because the adversary don't like you being happily married in the first place. And he will try to orchestrate or put stumbling blocks and test you with some stuff. He'll bring some things in front of you that look like your spouse used to look.
Yeah.
Y'all got quiet on that. All it is a test. That's all it is. And sometimes you'll make an A, and sometimes it'll be filled with red marks. Amen. Amen. And so you have to still, but do you still want to be teammates? It's one thing I've always told them. There's always, I think I told this class before, there's something I just can't fix. I can't fix. I don't want you. I don't know nothing that I can do that fixes that. I don't know no smooth words. I don't know what to buy. You can't fix. I don't want you. How you fix it? How you fix it? Because even if you cajole that person to stay with you, they still don't want you. So you're on one side of the relationship. You can't fix it. You can't fix it. Okay. So if things slip, is there a way, if it has slipped over here, there's some things you can do to get it back. I ain't gonna leave you go. There are some things you can do to get it back. Understand. And one of the main things you do is pray. You go to God. You go to God. Because I know God is a game changer. And I know prayer changes.
Amen.
And a lot of times, listen here, what God's going to do is change you. He always works on the one who is praying. He will change your perspective, give you clues and keys on what to do. But you can't be too stubborn to go to God. You can't be too stubborn to go to God. And also, if you fail in this, it no matter how you got in there, you got to be godly sorrowful that you're there. And the key thing is, do you want to go back over here? You got to want to go back on that side.
That's right.
If you don't want to go back on that side, it's hard to go back on that side. Okay? Go ahead.
That kind of goes both ways, though, because you got roommates not getting married. Guys married each other, they slip over to the teammate side.
That's a mess. I ain't gonna go into that. I ain't gonna do it. But you gotta want it. You gotta want it. Listen. I know I said you, but both parties gotta want it.
That's right.
Both parties gotta want it. Understand? If you have two people pulling in the same direction, y'all can pull a heavy load. Heavy load is all them issues or problems that done drug you down. But if both of y'all get together and start pushing in the same direction, so when you're stuck and one is pushing forward and the other pushing backward, guess what? You ain't going nowhere. You're gonna stay stuck. But if somebody gotta move positions. Y'all copy this? This is stuck. You pushing this way. You pushing that way. Nobody going anywhere. Or the stronger one pushing you down the road in a way that you don't want to go.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all feel what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And sometimes that's real sad, going a direction you don't want to go. And vice versa. You pushing me in a direction that we don't want to go. So you all need to somehow come together, decide which direction you want to go. Somebody's there's gonna have to be some agreement. Two can't walk together unless they what? Agree. Somebody gonna either go here, somebody go here, or sometimes when I tell people who in churches, and you done dealt with this, I done dealt with this, where one loves this particular church and one don't care about it, or they in two different churches, and they come together, they gotta decide. So,
Right.
somebody gotta make a decision. Either you got to come over here, you got to come over here, or there's another alternative. Both of you come right here. And I counsel couples, okay, if you don't have to come here, you don't have to go there. Why don't y'all get together and go out and find you both a place that you both are comfortable with. That's okay to do. And that can be an exciting thing. That gives you a whole different world of conversation. And you can talk about how you interacted at the church, what you like, what you dislike. You just open up conversation with one another. And now you're not arguing with one another. You got a point of topic where you can talk about when you're happy. And some couples don't talk unless they scream. Unless they're hollering, unless there's controversy, or they're mad or upset. But when you can find something to talk about, then that breeds other good things to talk about. Sometimes you enjoy talking about folks. But when you're pushing in the same direction, there's joy in it. And there's less stress in it. Amen? Amen.
So it's sacrifice.
Yeah, somebody's got to move. Somebody got to move. Somebody got to be not so stubborn. That's the only way arguments can subside. Somebody got to move. Okay, I know you said we agreed to disagree, but then both of you still mad, and both of you still want your way. But somebody's got to move. It's give and take. Listen, man, don't say this to the ladies. Listen, ladies, you can't win every one of them.
Yeah.
You can't win every one of them. You can't win every one of them. Understand that. You can't win every one of them. Sometimes you're going to have to give instead of take. It's called compromise. Because you do know that the man is the head of the house. And when there's total disagreement, you can't agree, his side wins. Unless he agree that, okay, we just going to do it your way this time. Then somebody say, it's my turn. Understand? Unless it says something totally unholy and unrighteous. Amen? Amen. Okay, so I want you all to be good teammates, good husbands, good wives, great marriages. Amen? Amen. So time's up, the bell is ringing. Amen?
Let's get back Feel like we got about 3 more minutes. Man, this is awesome. Difference between a teammate and a roommate. Before we close out, does anybody else have any comments or any questions or anything about tonight's subject? Teammate versus roommate. You know, this morning, Pastor just said something in his closing just now that I meant to act. Yeah, I just showed it to Monica. This was at a time when I did this. Yeah, this was 8:08 a.m. this morning. I wrote out here. I take a lot of notes. I take a lot of notes throughout the day. But anyway, when God speaks to me, and what you just said, I showed it to Monica just now. It says, in relationships, knowing when to compromise can be a valuable tool when pursuing peace. Knowing when to compromise can be a valuable tool when pursuing peace. So, when there is struggle, when there is, conflict between husband and wife. Somebody, like Pastor just said, somebody's gonna have to compromise and get on the person's team so you can be going in the same direction. And that way, of course, peace can take place in that. But somebody will have to compromise. But anything else? I mean, you got 2 minutes. I like to use all the time. I like to use it all. We got about 2 minutes. Yes.
Motivator and cheerleader.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And I tell you, a lot of times in a man's case, in men cases, like for me, I like every now and then, and most men, hey, we like every now and then for you to be the cheerleader, like you just said, be the cheerleader. You see the man doing something good that you like. Hey, you did a good job on my car. You did this. And, it makes the man, it encourages him. And so, hey, being that cheerleader, that motivator is a good thing. But it also goes both ways. There you go. It goes both ways as well. Absolutely. Good point.
I think there comes a point in time that we, as a spouse, you have to become like life support machine, because there's times your spouse just don't have it in her. She spiritually just gone or tired at work or something. You have to be the one that's put that life back in them. That's what I call life support. You have to become life support. You got to speak that word into her. You got to lift her up.
That's
you got to
right.
cheer her back to where she was.
That's right.
And then once you get back to work, come off life support. Pull the plug.
He just come off his birthday too.
Is that what it is?
Little life support.
Yeah.